Hey everyone, thanks for joining us today. I'm Jim Ewing with Provision Solutions. We've enjoyed sharing insights, inspiration, and informative updates through our Marketplace Ministries events. Whether in person or virtual, there's been a wealth of great resources provided. Here's a segment we're pleased to share with you now. Details are provided in the comments below, along with information on staying informed of upcoming events and interacting with others online. We trust you'll enjoy the segment and invite you to be a part of our Marketplace Ministries Network. We'd love to have you as part of our collaborative Christian community. Thanks. And now, here's our presentation. I've already said a few things about our next speaker, Lori Schmidt. It's been a pleasure to know you and to work with you in a variety of different contexts. Lori, you have a heart and a passion for people, and you have a skill set and experience that, again, puts you head and shoulders above many in the business and in the circles that we have had in common. So please go ahead, share your thoughts with us tonight. God bless you, Lori.
Thanks so much, Jim. I really appreciate being here. And, as one of the nuggets that Michael shared with us is that we need to focus on the things that matter and the things that we can control that are important. And so as we consider from a leadership perspective, how we take care of ourselves and our people in times of stress and crisis, let's consider these quick tips. First of all, if you've ever flown on an airplane, the flight safety briefing explains how, in the event of an emergency, you must put on your own oxygen mask before helping others. And yet, leaders often overlook their own well-being during times of high stress. You can't expect to help and support and lead others if you haven't first helped yourself. And so as a leader, through ongoing crisis, especially since this pandemic has gone on and we're still managing sometimes day to day to navigate the path ahead, you can model the importance of maintaining mental and physical health by committing to some healthcare strategies and some self-care strategies. So here really quickly are 5 ways that can help you and ultimately your people, any of those that you're leading or guiding. So first of all, it's practice self-awareness. What sets great leaders apart is their dedication to learning more about themselves and others. People with high self-awareness tend to have more direction, purpose, influence, and success in their personal and professional lives. So, be aware of your own feelings and what they're teaching or telling you. Be mindful of how you're responding to others. Welcome alternate viewpoints, to being open to new ideas, and provide an opportunity to problem solve together. And keep a journal so that you can track your progress over time. But be sure, and as we heard this from Michael as well, be sure to follow your values, not only in what you say, but in what you do. Next, set boundaries. So setting boundaries is a form of self-care. It's an important process in which leaders recognize what they need and ensure that those needs are addressed. It's important because left unchecked, it can play itself out in very unhealthy ways. Know your limits and create a schedule that suits your preferences to keep things normal as much as possible, even when you're operating under crisis conditions. Defining your limits can help you manage stress, take care of your physical well-being, and create healthier relationships in both your professional and personal lives. Third, take care of your physical and mental health. Leaders with healthy routines and habits often model desired leadership behaviors with self-control, especially their ability to handle their emotions. So ways to take care of your physical and mental health at all times is critically important, but it's really important during times of prolonged stress. And so as we often know that we should, plan your day the night before to reduce stress at the start of your day. Take regular breaks. If you're at work or if you're at home, walk around, stretch your legs, clear your head. Just a lap around your building or home can go a long way. And make sure that you get enough sleep and eat a healthy diet. And the other thing you can do is automate as many decisions as possible to reduce decision fatigue. Disconnect from work by picking up a hobby, or connect with friends and family, even like we're doing on Zoom, finding new ways to connect. And just spend time in nature. Try to ensure that you build in prayer and relaxation time just to sit and listen to God and release things to Him and rest your mind. Now, these might sound straightforward, things we've heard before, but what we find is that there are things that we often forego in times of crisis or stress. Give yourself some grace, is kind of number 4. When you're in a position of leadership or guiding others, you might feel like you have to solve everything immediately. In the process, you might create unrealistic expectations or even timelines for yourself. Leaders help organizations when they're present and available for their employees or their families, empowering them to help devise solutions and also execute them in the process. Giving yourself grace means, not putting so much pressure on yourself to be all things to all people, and instead focusing on being flexible in the face of ever-shifting situations. Find the time to give yourself grace. Make it a priority to carve out places in your busy schedule and find a quiet place where you can feel at peace, reflect, and pray. And lastly, extend grace to others. Be sure to check in with your team, with your family, see how they're doing during any time of stress or any time of crisis. This doesn't have to be, even business focused. Ask your people how they're faring. Ask your family how they're dealing with this situation. Ask your employees how their family's dealing. Your interest in your people can mean the world to them. Checking in with your team members also gives you insights on what employees need grace the most in workplace. For example, if you have an employee that's suddenly ill or struggling emotionally, or perhaps one of their family members is suddenly unemployed, this is an opportunity for you to provide them with the connections they need, either at work or church or community-based resources, to help them deal with whatever they're working through. And, as you work through these strategies, and it's been a real quick run through, I pray that you do so with the perseverance that James references in the first chapter of his book in the New Testament. The perseverance that's referenced there gives us the capacity to continue to bear up under difficult circumstances. And more than just patience, but patience and grace with an attitude of endurance and fortitude and steadfastness and resilience and grit. But above all of this, remember that even through perseverance, it takes as long as it takes. Be gentle on yourself. Thanks for letting me share.
Thanks for being with us. We trust you found this to be helpful. And if so, please give us a like, a follow, and a share. The Bible says in Matthew, "Let your light so shine before men, that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven." If you're launching or growing a business, a ministry area, or a special project, or if you're involved in helping them as a resource or service provider, we'd love to have you participate with us. Stay informed of upcoming events and items of interest by subscribing to the Marketplace Ministries Update, sent out periodically. May God bless you as you do your best to faithfully represent Jesus Christ in the marketplaces of life.